What's up guys? Today is November 19th. It's a cool 40 degrees outside, so it's been getting cold lately. But the next thing on this project I need to do is fitting the seats, or at least the driver's seat. I need to fit the driver's seat and then I can worry about the pedal boxes. The seats I'm putting in this car, Mark 6 GTI Volkswagen seats. They're heated and they're a little bit slimmer than bucket seats that I would want to put in. These offer a little bit more comfortability as I'm getting a little bit older now, and then a little bit comfort it's not a bad thing. Yeah, so once I get the seats in, I can go back and kind of finalize the steering column because it's still just kind of nothing set in stone. It's welded, but it's not fully welded, so there's still movability for this. So I want to get the seat in, make some brackets, hopefully get that in. All right, the first thing I need to do, now I'm looking at this, is I want to run a bar from this inside tube right here to the other side. I want to use a square pipe because it already has a flat edge. It's a good spot to mount for seats. The only problem is it follows drive shaft, so I need to find a way to like bend it under the transmission, but also keep it flat. So I want to find a way to like drop this side down a little bit and then go under, raise it back up by the side, kind of like on the round tubes I did over there, but with the square pipe. I'm gonna see if I can put this in my bender and bend it. All right, looks good. This stuff is a lot easier to bend than that roll cage tubing. Good to know I can bend this square tubing. No kinks or nothing. Worked out pretty good and it stayed straight, which I was skeptical about, but you know, it works. That's it right there. I gotta cut these ends off and refit them to a bar because this isn't long enough, but I just needed these bends. I gotta do some sketchy stuff, but we can reinforce it. It'll be all right. All right, here's the plan. I got these bent square tubings. I need to put them on the roll cage up in here. And I want this to sit right above the floor, but it's gonna follow the transmission. So I made a third one to bend around it. So obviously I need to cut and weld pieces of pipe. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 joints, welded joints in this pipe. Not ideal, but I don't know what else to do. With the tools I got and the bender I have, I don't know how else I'm gonna do this, but I want it to be sleek and good. And I can add some gussets in too. But these are mainly here so I can bolt in the seat. And then once the tunnel's all in and that's all welded in, it should hold the seat just fine. Plus I'm gonna make brackets off the back of this pipe back here too, to the rear of the seats. As for this pipe under here, I just have it jacked up and I have a level on it to keep it level. This isn't super critical fitment as of right now. I'm just trying to get like this line right here lined up with that line, which looks pretty good. Okay. So I just need to get a jack stand under this floor, get it leveled, and then I can start looking at the square tubing. I got my 2 pipes, square pipes cut, got a notch in them. Put it on here, just slides right in. So now I need to connect a square pipe from here to the other side. And I already have this piece for the other side. So I'll probably end up, I might trim this back, then do a whole big bar, or I might leave it. I just measured the seat from width to width where I need to bolt in. It's 19 inches. So it is gonna be right in my bend. So what I'm gonna do is actually make a bracket off this pipe that just sits right in the back of it. I'll make 2 little boxes with captive nuts where the seat can mount to on each side. And the total distance I have is 14.5 inches, which I'm right at like 18 inches. So I should have plenty of room to make a box over here for the seats to bolt into. I got my first piece I'm about to weld. I got a square in the back here, totally tight against the bars here. And I have it clamped up on each side. So this thing is perfectly straight. This thing is perfectly flat, and the back side too. So this should be as straight as I'm possibly gonna get it all around. I'll do these 2 sides first, let it cool down, then I'll flip it over to the other side. I've already marked these lines for my beads, so I'm hoping these are gonna be in the right spot. I'll give it a shot. Not too bad. They almost match, pretty good. I'm happy with that. One's tucked up and welded in. Should be nice. All right, I think I'm gonna start right here. I want to put this piece of metal back in the floor. That's kind of needs to be done right now. So I already got this cut out. I trimmed it to fit. So I'm just gonna put it in here. Weld it up back in there, and I can start doing my floor pans. I gotta do the one on the other side too, but I'll do this one first. I wanted to do the seats next, but now I found myself doing the floor instead. And I'm working on the driver's side first. I was able to make some beads and some sheet metal already. Lines up pretty good. It's just tacked in for now, and I'll kind of go from there. I just gotta finish in this back part. I'm gonna angle it just a little bit, make a step, do some rosette welds, tack it to the part of this, finish it off on the side here, and just kind of work my way slowly at this. I want to get to look as good as I possibly can. And then I'll do the seats and possibly the brake assembly. So yeah, forget the seats. We'll get to that another time. I'm just gonna do some floor stuff for now. I got my template started. This is kind of what I'm looking at. I think I'm gonna throw this right here, and I have some 18 gauge steel I can make this out of, and I'll put like a little bend down here somewhere where I can weld it. But this is like the start of it anyways. Trim this to fit later. Right. This is the floor part, so I want to make this a little wider. That's where my bend's going to be. All right, the rest I'll do on the bandsaw. I'll come back and we'll fold this. All right, I got my piece, got it bent up. See if it fits. It's close. A little bit of fettling down here and up here, but it's close. It looks like it's hitting the pipe over here in the cage, so I'm gonna like just kind of grind some of that out, see if I can slide this in. All right, I got the piece fitting pretty good. I'm gonna get this pretty much flat right here, like centered. I'll do a couple tacks, and I think I'm just gonna do a couple screws in the bottom just to level out the floor, like a gap right here. I gotta suck it up a little bit before I weld it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks pretty good from my angle. Don't know how it looks from your angle. Yeah, something like that. Looks pretty good. Feels pretty good. Happy with that. Got enough clearance for the door. Looks like I can fit a tunnel in here too, which is cool. Very, very tight. Yeah. What I gotta do next is get this door on the driver's side and see where it sits, so I can make sure I put the seat in a spot where it's not gonna hit the doors. Got it. Now that I got the door down, I'm looking at it. I'm worried about the bin sticking out too far in and hitting the seat on the inside, but I already knew this a long time ago. And I don't know how much you guys are gonna hate this or not, but I think I'm gonna cut the bins off the doors and just get rid of them all in one shot. I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit the seat because I almost wanna bring the seat as close as I can this way so I can get enough room for the tunnel. And to do that, that bin I think needs to go. But let me bolt it on the car and we'll see. I just got the door back on. Let's shut it and see what we got here. Well, door shuts. Doesn't hit the seat. While the seat fits and the bins fit and don't hit, it's still too close to where I won't be able to use the pump feature in the forward back button for the seat. It's right up against it right here. I mean, maybe with just the finger maybe? Also, I don't see the reason to have these wide open. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna get rid of the bins. I think they are there for a structure for the door too, so I can add in like a crossbar or something later on that's more shallow. Plus, I do want to do more cage right here, and I can bubble it out so it hugs the concave of the door when I do the X bars. Before I put this other floor pan in, I have to get this piece back in here. I already had it tacked up from last night. I'm just gonna keep carrying away here. I'm gonna turn my attention away from the floors for a few minutes. And I'm looking at the back here, which I already knew about this, but it looks like this has been replaced at one point. There's a giant step right here. And it's a little bit rotted on the inside over here. Big hole there. But my main concern, something I'm not sure if I can fix or not, is this crack right on the lip, like where the boot would fit. And I know I could buy a whole reskin of the back, which is a pretty penny. I'm gonna try and fix this if I can. The bumper's dented in. I don't know if there's Bondo, if there's a big hole in there or not. So I'm gonna get the bumper off and kind of look at this for a few minutes and get away from the floors for a little bit. If I can't repair it, I do have to buy a whole new back, and I'd rather buy it this weekend because it's Black Friday and there's a good sale. So I'm gonna look at this for a little bit and see if I can fix it or not. I'd like to save it if I can, but I don't know. Let me dig into this and see what I got. Oh, what the F? This thing is completely looking like trash. It's missing a bolt here. This one is a small bolt. This one's missing. And that one's a whole different size, but it looks like it's, oh man, this is rough. It's not looking too good. I'm pretty sure these are just gonna snap off. Oh, maybe not. That one came off. Holy smokes. You know what? Where is the Dugga Dugga? That one is just spinning freely. Kind of sucks. Let's see what's on this side. Oh yeah. Yep, that's trash. Also, the thing with getting a whole new back end is the only ones I can find for the lower half has the Mark II, Mark III taillights, and I really want to keep these Mark I taillights. Even though this is a 67, the new panel is from 67 on, so it's right when the Mark I and Mark II like changed dates, whatever. But I really want to keep the Mark I taillights. Obviously, get new lenses. But I don't know. I'm gonna get this paint off and really see how bad it is. The hardest part for me is welding this edge, but I think I can blend in a piece of metal. The bottom I'm not worried about. I figured I'd get a new bottom valance anyways because they're pretty inexpensive. And I've redone it on Mini Rig and the R1, so I feel pretty confident about doing a whole new strip right here if I have to. I could probably straighten this out. I don't like how this is like two different, I don't know what the hell he did there. But the boot lid does close pretty good when I had it on. And I know putting a whole new rear skin on this is probably gonna be difficult, especially when you do this weld up here. And this already looks pretty. I'd rather it be more messed up down here, because this is a spot where you're not gonna see once the bumper's on, but I think I get it pretty good. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna see if I can save this. I'm gonna get these taillights out. So normally these are an 8mm bolt, going with the 10. Nope. What the hell is it? Maybe a 9mm? What the F? You guys and your weird sizes. I do love these taillights a lot. I think they look a lot better than the Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV ones. They just have like that old look to it, and I do like it. Pretty sure I won't be using these lights. I'm just gonna buy new ones. There's no point in using these ones. All the paint is basically off this rear part of the wing here. And I can already see there's a lot of dents right here. There was a lot of Bondo filler right here. So later on in the build, I'm gonna see if I can get a hammer and dolly and bang it from the backside and kind of straighten this out. And obviously put more filler. But for the most part, I think I can fix this hole. It seems pretty sturdy right here in the lip. I'll cut more of this out and put a filler in. And the whole bottom, I'm gonna cut the whole, like I'll do a line, and I'll cut this whole bottom piece out and get a new valance as well. This thing is pretty toast. I'm not gonna go too much further with this. I just wanted to see how bad the damage really was. There's another little pinhole up here too. Right here on the seam here, there's a little bit of crack. I think I can just fill it with weld, grind it back smooth. I think it'll be all right. The other side, I don't see any signs of Bondo. I'm sure there is Bondo, but I don't see any signs of like holes or anything. But I think I can save this part. All right, for now, I'm gonna get back to the floors. I wanna get the passenger side in. A lot of this is just tacked and screwed in. Nothing's set and final yet. But I'm gonna do the other floor pan right there. So I'm gonna take it to the bead roller, make my marks, put a roll on it, get it to fit, throw a couple tack welds, and try and make the floor look pretty level.